Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. You know what time it is, patch notes time, and I'm back with all the details on the May 2023 update in mcoc, 6 or 7 things that I think you should know about. Let's jump right in, starting off with the new champions for May, which are Moondragon and Adam Warlock. So Moondragon is a character that I admittedly had never heard of until like a few days ago. She's human, but also somehow technically Drax's daughter. I'm not really sure how that works. This says she is one of the most powerful telepaths in the Battle Realm. Haven't read through her kit yet, so maybe we got like some Professor X stuff going on there. Maybe some reverse controls. Guess we'll find out. The other champion is one of the most requested characters in the game, Adam Warlock. Looks like his in-game model is going to closely resemble the MCU version of the character. If you're familiar with him at all, he is extremely powerful in the comics. So hopefully he turns out to be really good in the game as well. So I do want to take a few moments and talk about a couple of known issues with Moondragon and Adam Warlock. So at launch, there are a few issues that affect their abilities that will be fixed in an upcoming release. So Moondragon has some sort of poison resistance in her kit. It's supposed to only protect her from poisons that are applied via champions and nodes, and right now it is actually reducing the potency of the Liquid Courage Mastery, so that will be changed. And then with Adam Warlock, he has immunity to Nullify, but it's only supposed to protect him from Nullify abilities from other champions. He is still supposed to be vulnerable to nodes like Buffet and Power Snack. So the fixes for these two issues are already in place. However, they were not able to be included in the May release. I would expect them to be included in the June release. Okay, number 2 is something called the Shooting Stars quest, and I think this is going to cause a little bit of a stir. So this is a brand new quest for Paragon players only. Rewards include 7-star shards, the brand new Paragon crystals, and then some gold and class ISO selectors. So each quest has 3 paths each. However, the kicker is that you can only do one path in each quest until you have a full team of 7-star champions available. So a couple things on this, because it definitely sounds like a huge bummer. So first off, this content is permanent, which means that the 7-star shards and the new Paragon crystals are always going to be there for when you are ready for it. They're not going to be obsolete for quite some time because these are both brand new resources. Secondly, my understanding is that this is not going to be considered endgame content. So this isn't like a brand new gauntlet or anything. I'm told the quest is relatively easy to finish. So that's, good to hear. And then finally, since it is permanent content, it seems like the intended purpose of this quest is to maybe provide players with like a playground for their 7-star champions. So, the further we get into the game, the less valuable Realm of Legends is becoming as a testbed for new champions. So my guess is that they're trying to help solve that problem with this quest. So I'm definitely not going to have a full team of 7-star champions available right away, which kind of sucks. But on the other hand, it doesn't look like from this that there are any like rank up mats in the quest. It's just shards and crystals. So I don't really feel like I'm missing out on anything like super important. In any case, drop me a comment below. Let me know what you think about this quest. Number 3 is a big update to the ranked rewards for both the basic and featured arenas. So starting with the arena for Moondragon in May, we'll be updating the rewards to give greater access to both the 5-star and 6-star versions of a champion. So if you take a look at the numbers here, currently only the top 100 players in a given arena receive the 6-star champion as a reward. That is being increased to the top 400 players there, so an increase of 400%. And then currently only the next 400 players receive the 5-star version of the champion. That is being changed from a flat rank to a percentage-based value. So now the top 5% in any arena will receive the 5-star champion. And then it looks like, across the board, the number of shards that you're getting from the later percentages, the later ranks, are being increased as well. So for me, I'm not a huge arena grinder. I will usually only do milestones when I remember to do arena. That usually gets me, I think, in the top 10% usually, so a decent increase in shard availability for people like me who don't want to grind arena endlessly but do want to get an additional source of units. Number 4 is the champion buff for May, and that is Iceman. His spotlight should be available right now as you're watching this, so head on over to the official website to check that out. As far as I know, he is mostly the same as he was on the beta. The one thing I know they did change was they moved his frostbite chance into the signature ability. So At Sig 200, he essentially has a 100% chance to apply a Frostbite passive on every critical hit, so I really think that's going to be quite spicy as far as his damage output. Number 5 is a new batch of relics coming in May. We've got Black Widow, Gamora, and Green Goblin. The info for these relics should be available, again, over on the official website, so go check that out. The Black Widow one, as I understand it, gives the defender a 100% chance at an ability that does nothing, and the purpose of that would be so that you as the attacker can cause that ability to fail and then take advantage of it. So target champs here I think are Black Widow, Deadly Origins, and Ronin, so if you run either of those two champs you're going to want to pick up this relic. For me in particular though, this Gamora relic I'm going to need immediately because one of the target champs for it is my boy King Groot. So this is going to increase the potency of your Fury and Cruelty buffs, especially if they rely on chance, and this actually applies to King Groot's Malice cooldown as well. My expectation for me personally is that this is going to replace several of the synergies that I like to run with King Groot, which is going to make him much more useful for me in AQ, which is where I use him the most, and also in Battlegrounds as well. And then last but not least, Green Goblin is for power drain champions, so I think it should be pretty good for like Doc Ock, Rocket Raccoon, probably Nimrod and Warlock. They have power drains as well. Don't know much more details on that. Number 6, the hero that we don't deserve, Kabam Zero, is back with another set of quality of life improvements, the first of which is called Auto Refill from Stash. So this is exactly as it sounds. As you use items like potions or energy refills or sig stones, the game is now going to automatically refill your inventory if you have them in your overflow. So this will notably, as it says here, not work for ISO and catalysts when ranking and upgrading. Not really sure what the intent is there by not including ISO and catalysts. Also doesn't work when using items to buy items in the store, but will work just about everywhere else. So looking forward to that. Now, the other one is called Arena Express Mode. There has been a lot of discussion about this over the past few days. It is not any sort of autocomplete or auto-fight ability for Arena. It looks like it's just taking out some of the useless screens and stuff that you go through in between Arena fights. So this is going to be exclusive to Summoner's Sigil owners. You know, if you're free to play and you grind for champions in the arena, this is definitely going to put you at a disadvantage because people who pay for the sigil are going to be able to do arena a little bit faster. So for me personally, again, I don't grind for champions. I only go for milestones. So if you're like me, this is just going to make your life a little bit quicker. That's going to do it for this one, folks. Drop me a comment below. Let me know what you are most excited about in next month's update. Is it Adam Warlock? Is it Moondragon? Are you an arena grinder? Or maybe you are ranking up that Iceman. In any case, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again next time.